Hey friend, John McLennan here, and in this video you are going to learn how to play an epic classic rock guitar song. You're going to learn how to play Sunshine of Your Love as recorded by Cream on guitar. Now this song is really loosely based on something called a 12-bar blues. We're going to take a riff through this very common chord progression, and then we're going to use some power chords for the B section. There's just two parts you need to know. I'm going to explain them both for you step by step. But before we dive into it, if you're new to the channel, I've got a gift for you. I put together this awesome fretboard guide, and it's going to show you the system that I use for mapping out the fretboard. It has 5 chords and 5 scales on it, and once you understand this, you can use this in any style of music. You can play in any key, anywhere on the neck, and I want to give it to you completely for free. All you got to do to grab your copy is go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide, or I made it easy for you. You can also click the first link down below. All right, well, with that said, let's break down this song. All right, so the first thing you need to learn is this classic riff. It starts out on the 12th fret of the 4th string and uses something I call the blues scale. Here's what it sounds like. We're starting out on that 12th fret of the 4th string. We're going to play that note twice. Then we're going to drop down to 10 and then come back up to 12 on that same string. Now with my strum hand, I'm using all downs here. Down, 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 down. 1 and 2 and. Then we do a little rest there, so my strum hand comes down and mutes the strings, and I release the pressure here with my fretting hand. Then we're going to come up 1 string. We're going to play the 12th fret of the 5th string and walk down. 12, 11, 10. Okay, so we've got. Then we're going to go to the 10th fret of the low E string. So I'm using my 3rd finger there. I shift over to a different position here. 10, and then play 8 on the 5th string. But this note we're going to give just a little bluesy pull. And then go back to the 10th fret of the low E. So I've got. And that gives us that bluesy feeling. That's what we call a blue note. So you've got kind of 2 positions here, this classic kind of blues scale position here, but then it moves down, which is a great way to just get through your blues scale. Like if you add up these notes, you get this. So you can see how you can have a lot of fun using those notes and playing blues phrases. Now if I count out the rhythm, we start out with those 8th notes and then we play a lot on the off beats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, so that's our intro, and when the vocal comes in, it's getting near dawn. We're gonna play that riff 4 times. So let's try that together. 3 and 4 and. Third time. And last time. All right, then we move up to the 4 chord, and I mean up in pitch, but we're actually going to go down on the strings, so we're going to play this next. So this is the 12th fret of the 3rd string. We're going to go 12, 12, 10, 12. And what I did was just take the same riff, and instead of playing it here, I just drop it down 1 string and play it on a different string. So 12, 12, 10, 12, then come up to the 4th string, 12, 11, 10, Then shift positions here, 10, 8, 10, so. So that is based off the note G. So the first riff is based off the note D, which we're in the key of D. That's what we call the 1 chord. And then the G is the 4. After playing it 2 times on G, we go back and play it 2 times on D again. All right, so that is what we call the riff part of this tune, which, as I mentioned, is based off your 12-bar blues. You've got 4 times on D, 2 times on G, and then 2 times back on D. From there, we move to the chorus, and this is where the lyrics sing, "I've been waiting so long." We're gonna use some power chords and play this. I've been waiting so long to be where I'm going, in the sunshine of your. Then we're back up to the riff. So I use just 3 chords here. Let me show them to you. I've got an A power chord. This is starting on the low E string, 5, 7, 7. And I'm playing just those 3 strings. I'm gonna do this rhythm, down, up, down. 1 E and a 2. Got a little 16th note in there, 1 E and a 2, 3, 4. Then we just rest after that for the rest of the measure. Then we have a C power chord and a G power chord. That's just C right here, starting on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, 3, 5, 5, and then I bring it up 1 string, 3, 5, 5 for the G. Now here I'm gonna strum on the downbeat, 1, then rest on beat 2, then switch to the G chord, strum on beat 3, and rest on beat 4, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I repeat that. We do that 3 times, and then we finish with just 2 bars building on the A chord. We're gonna go. So what I played there was that first rhythm, that 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, that down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then I play just 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's all on the A chord. Then from there, I come all the way back up and go. So we really just have those 2 sections. We have the riff and then the power chord section for the B section. Now, as a bonus tip, I want to give you one more variation here. So instead of just going like this, and playing the riff as a single note there, you could add some more notes of the chords. So you could do something like this. And this is a cool variation you hear Clapton do. And what it is instead of just playing 12 there, we're gonna add 2 more notes. We're gonna add 11 on the 3rd string and 10 on the 2nd string. And that's a D chord. It looks like part of this D bar chord here. And we're gonna drop it down 2 frets, then move it back up. So we've got, then I continue with the rest of the riff as is. So it's D, D, C, D. Now you could also do the same thing on the G. Here you could use a bar chord like this, and then drop it down, and then back up. Then go back to the D. So So that's a variation you can mix in. Now on the recording, it just fades out, it ends. Just hanging on that A chord. But a lot of times live, what I will do is I'll go back to just kind of hit that as the ending, the D, D, C, D. So that would sound like this. So be sure to practice the riff and then the power chords. And once you have those two sections together, you've essentially unlocked one of the most epic classic rock guitar songs of all time. So keep working on it, and to help you even more, be sure to grab my ultimate fretboard guide at the first link down below. And when it comes to playing riffs and then tying in chords just like what we did in this song, this guide is going to show you how to connect the two, and this works for any style, any key. It's so useful, and you can grab it completely for free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide as my gift to you. Hope you enjoy that. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Have an amazing day, and we'll see you in another video real soon.